All right, to quote Matthew McConaughey, all right. We're back again, cut the shit after hours. Today is my last day at Plow, which is awkward and weird.
It's bittersweet, Link.
For sure. And we're not going to spend the podcast talking about that, but it does bring up an interesting topic. How do you deal with it in a company when someone leaves?
I think it's cultural that you have to just embrace the idea that you have to have redundancy, you have to have documentation.
You know, I in particular was even part of an interview process to find my backfill. And that backfill kind of walked, with me for, I think it was about a 6-month period.
Yeah, that's about as ideal as you can get, right?
And so then you know everything.
Right. Sometimes redundancy is not always everybody's favorite because it can make people feel expendable. That's not necessarily why you do it, right? It's not like, oh, well, we'll figure out what Joe does so we can get rid of Joe. No, we want to know what Joe does because if something happens to Joe, somebody's still got to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct. If you see somebody working in a silo, that should probably be a red flag. Is that if, and it's probably not a bad exercise, just like we do these tabletop exercises on DR and HA scenarios and stuff, to run through like, all right, Link got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
It's a good,
What happens? Especially with your core people. And
everybody knows, you know who those are, and it's not a huge, it just can't be that big of a group.
Correct.
Right? Even in a big company.
I know who they are here.
Advice to give, like, the scenario.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Well, gents, as always,
it's been real.
It's been a pleasure.
Gonna miss you, man.
I'll be looking on the other side of the camera, watching from now on.
This is a stunt goodbye right now, but it still hurts. So we love you, man. You've been a great asset to this organization. We really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
We'll miss you.
All right.
That's a wrap.
Close it down.